My
Oh, is
microphone
it
was
mute?
muted. My microphone was
Cool.
muted. I thought I had turned off the muting because I had the button for it, but it was also muted in OBS. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of MONSPIRACY, where we will be talking about Gammamon again, really.
Gotta love the Gamma Boy.
Gotta love the Gammamon line. Um, the reincarnation of Lucimon himself, who has never done anything wrong in his life ever. And we know this, and we love him for it.
The Gammamon line is very Antichrist coded.
Oh, right, you weren't here for that. I should probably go over this.
Yeah, I wasn't. I forget. Oh yeah, there's another episode about Gammamon.
Yeah, this is like Gammamon 3 or 4 at this point.
God.
Hold on. I need to take a swig of water before I go over this.
Okay, cool. Let me. Chad can't hear it, but I'm listening to Digimon music. I'm gonna put on Faction for the Gammamon lore.
Let's go. While you're doing that, welcome, the Burning Chill, and hello, Takara. I always try to pronounce the first part of your name and realize I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see. So, where to begin? Are you familiar with the events of Digimon Chronicle X?
Yes. Doesn't it end? Okay. Doesn't it end with Lucimon being reborn into an egg that's like the 14th Royal Knight?
So, the way it ends is the 7 Great Demon Lords and their X-antibody forms are each consumed by a Diaboromon X, and then those 7 Diaboromon X then fuse into a Agudamon X, and then that Agudamon X is defeated by the Royal Knights, leaving a Digitama behind, which Jesmon takes up as his own responsibility to raise a new Royal Knight, and then Gankumon steps down from the Royal Knights in order to leave a seat open for that new Digimon.
Dang.
And Yggdrasil is like, you know what? The amount of X-antibody in the old digital world has decreased enough that it's safe to live there again. Time to go full cloud, and the entire digital world was reorganized, and we still don't understand what that means, because we never understood how the digital world was organized.
They changed the organization after we didn't even understand the first one.
Yep.
God.
We went
I
from
love this series.
a vague understanding of the digital world is just in the internet, and there's something called Yggdrasil managing it, to, okay, Yggdrasil committed a genocide, now there's a new world, and it's separated into 3 things, and then there's also this world over here, which is a separate thing, and just kind of don't pay attention to that other second world that we introduced that way back in the olden days. And then we got to the modern day, where everything is canon.
Which, to be
There's
fair,
no
that's the best
caveat to
approach.
that. It is the best approach, but I absolutely love the fact that it's canon, that Yggdrasil is just on the cloud now, and research has become completely decentralized, and so it's entirely likely that everyone who's ever drawn a fake Digimon is a Takato case.
God. Crazy.
Which is made even better by the fact that it was with the dawning of the 2 docks, which is actually make it possible to have your own full-on custom Digimon. Like, I am once again terrified by how well things line up.
God.
But yeah, so our theory revolves around the idea that the Proximamon did at one point at least exist in the digital world. That was the coming danger that caused the Pendulum Z's to have so many ancient and pseudo-ancient species. And it's why the DIM system has the Digimon hosted inside of the individual docks, with only until more recently have we actually had any kind of adventure system where they actually go out and explore what is presumably part of the digital world.
Mm-hmm.
And our theory is that Gammamon is the reincarnation of the 7 Great Demon Lords.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Gammamon is the Antichrist.
Yes. The other thing is that, you might not know this, but the 7 Great Demon Lords are all actually good guys. Except
No, I
Demon.
believe
Fuck
it.
Demon.
Except for Demon. Fuck Demon. All my homies hate Demon.
Yeah. So the neat thing about you're right, Takara, it really is a deep digital rabbit hole.
Don't you mean a Lopmon hole? Da 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 da
da,
da.
So you want to know something really funny?
What?
Did you know that I might have talked to you about this before, but do you know where Feng Longmon is located in the digital world?
The trash hole.
The trash hole. Do you know how it got there?
Why is Fang Longmon in the trash hole? Please elaborate.
Because Lucimon put him there.
Good for Lucimon.
Like, punched him out of the heavens and deep into the earth of the fucking recycling bin.
Good for Lucimon, honestly.
You wanna know the best part?
What's the best part?
That happened before Lucimon fell.
So that was the authority of the system.
That was Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil created an angel powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with Feng Longmon at the rookie level. As a child.
God.
And then used that to remove the authority of the 4 holy beasts. This is why I believe that the 4 holy beasts were either were Digimon that were working in conjunction with either hackers or researchers, as otherwise there would be no reason for Yggdrasil to want to obtain that control.
Yeah, because they would have just already had it.
Exactly. So Lucimon takes over, and then Lucimon commits the one sin that led to its fall, which led to the rebellion and everything with the ancients and all that shit. You ready for it?
What is it then?
What if, and Lucimon goes up to Yggdrasil and he's like, what if, and hear me out on this, what if we took away Digimon's combat instinct? And then we didn't have to deal with all the fighting. And just lived in peace and harmony forever.
Lucimon is a good guy.
Yep. Yggdrasil's like, no, how could you do that? The entire point of this experiment is to watch them fight and kill each other. And Lucimon's just like, alright, time to kill God. And that leads to Lucimon's rebellion, which leads to the rise of the 10 legendary warriors. This all is happening during the ancient period, which as far as we can tell is just somewhere between the release of the original Digital Monster series and the Pendulum series. And so this whole war is going on, again, underneath the researchers' noses. Because the researchers don't realize that Yggdrasil is orchestrating things because they don't know Yggdrasil is alive yet. Also, they haven't found server yet, either. Or not server,
okay.
Folder. They haven't found folder yet. Because they don't find folder until the pendulums come out. But all
Server
this shit's
is the
going
continent. Server is the continent in Digimon Adventure, right?
Yes, it's Edamon's.
Okay.
I just keep slipping up, and it makes me so mad, and it's just another reason I'm just, like, kind of annoyed at Adventure's existence.
See, I was just thinking earlier, though. We kind of had that Matt and Ty dynamic, you know?
do you not remember that we've had this discussion before, and we were all like, what if we had, like, conflicting teams, and we fought each other all the time, and, like, you were Celestial Wolf, and I was, like, Blazing Dragon or some shit, and those would be our team reunion names. We've had this discussion before.
We have had this discussion before. I was just putting it out there! Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so all the ancient shit goes on. Lucemon rebels and gets branded by the system as a demon Digimon, as the system reinterprets its rebelling against the authority of the system. But it's still powerful enough that it has authority within the system, which is why Lucemon is half angel, half demon. And then, in fall down mode, I mean. And then, eventually things ramp up, so it goes into Satan mode, and the ancients win, and everything's happy and good, and God is in control again.
Mm-hmm.
Which just recontextualizes every single Demon Lord Digimon we've ever had. Except Demon. Fuck Demon.
I mean, I also don't think Barbamon is up to anything good.
Okay, you want to know what Barbamon's canonically up to?
What is Barbamon canonically up to?
Barbamon is the villain of the Digimon Next manga, in which his characterization is wanting revenge on humans for treating their Digimon like shit.
That's valid, I still don't trust that man.
Really?
Yeah.
But you play Persona. He's
God,
got the
shut
nose!
up. He does have the nose.
Barbamon is Igor confirmed. That's why the Sega store shows up in Cyber Sleuth.
Mm-hmm. You solved it. Congrats.
Yep. Barbamon, where the fuck's my Persona? There's no connection between these two, but if Barbamon is Igor, would that make Lady Devamon a possible Velvet Room attendant? She's got the right hair color for it.
Yeah, I could see it.
But yeah, so the Demon Lords are kind of good guys. We've got at least 3 that are consistently portrayed with good intentions. The others are kind of power hungry, but I mean, like, if Lucemon recruited them, I feel like they're at least worth a little bit trusting. But then at the same time, Lucemon kind of did just feed all of them to Diaboromons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, long story short, the theory is that Gammamon is the reincarnation. Gammamon is what hatched from that egg. Mm-hmm. And the reappearance of ancient species Digimon, which became the foundation of the Penzies capture data, was essentially a reemergence of the powers that sealed that initially.
I see.
Which is interesting because the sealing of ancient powers very likely comes from how instrumental they were in deciding the outcome of that war. Well, my model is... Okay, there we go. My model was significantly off-centered. Yeah, the trash hole is Zen's dream location to visit. Pull this up, and then I need to actually fix the chat window. Okay, there we go. Now we can read everything people are saying.
Cool.
So yeah, the Gammamon line. So, for those of you who are unaware, because I totally forgot to post about this over in the announcements channel, we do have a new dim section that went up today. talking about the Gammamon species. I'm going to go drop that in announcements. Okay, so there is a new dim section up, and it is about Gammamon. Hence why we're talking about Gammamon again. But here's where things are gonna get interesting. So, the Gammamon species family is in one way or another responsible for... The Gammamon species family is in one way or another responsible for causing the Pensies' return of ancient powers. Ancient powers probably having been sealed. We do know that the three great angels were entrusted with the spirits, but the ancient powers in general were likely sealed because of how instrumental they were in the creation, in the in deciding the outcome of that war. Yggdrasil's like, I'm not letting any of you have any of this unless you're completely loyal to me. And so basically, we end up in a scenario where... now where Proximon's potential existence requires the reemergence of ancient species Digimon. And that brings us to today, where we are going to talk more about Gammamon, because I had a terrifying realization. Gammamon...
What is that realization?
Gammamon is a Digimon for which part of its data comes from outer space. What this most likely means is that it is a signal that came from outer space and was stored on an astronomical computer. Data from that signal was incorporated into Gammamon. Here's the weird thing about that, though, because it's not specified that that's how it's happened. We just assumed that that's what they meant. But there are other cases of alien Digimon. Now, you actually had brought this up just before stream, but you didn't go into it. You had mentioned Vademon.
Yeah. Vademon.
Yeah, Vademon. If Vademon turned evil, would they be called Darth Vademon?
Most likely.
Alright, I don't know why I have Ancient Greymon up here, but let's pull up Vademon. Alright. An alien Digimon shaped like something that came from the far reaches of the cosmos, but it's rumored that it was born from the seed of a plant. It is a space alien type. If we click on space alien type, we only have Vademon and Vademon X antibody. I'm gonna look at the Vademon X antibody. According to one theory, Vademon came to invade Earth, but instead took on a form that was influenced by Earth's culture. While it believed that it has evolved to become even stronger, in actuality, only its appearance had changed. And the sunglasses have in fact made it harder for it to see clearly. It is able to master skills which menace enemy Digimon, and is perhaps a step closer to invading the Earth. This is just sad!
What a shitpost X antibody!
I love it! We had a full-on alien Digimon, and it just got corrupted by Reddit.
So now it thinks it's cool. Why does it have the freaking Squidward nose, though?
Probably... Well, I mean, it absorbed Earth culture, so that probably included various kinds of alien movies.
Fair. Shouldn't it look more like a xenomorph or something?
That's what Ebimon is for.
True.
So Ebimon is a cyborg Digimon that was artificially created from a Vademon that was captured and had in Area 51. God damn it.
Odd.
Okay, so Vademon and Ebimon are debatably able to be explained as just data about aliens, rather than being directly from another planet.
Yeah.
But there is another line of Digimon that, technically speaking, could be seen as... that technically speaking are in fact aliens. Oh, I just realized Can you see the stream? I didn't actually share my screen for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching the stream right now.
Okay. But yeah. Digitamamon is an alien.
Is it?
Yes. See, Digitamamon debuted as the evolution of Nanimon.
God damn it.
Nanimon came to the digital world from another dimension.
Mm-hmm.
That being from Tamagotchi.
Mm-hmm. Brings up Wikipedia page for Tamagotchi.
Yep. In particular, really, it doesn't have a note saying what its actual name was.
It was Oyajitachi, I think?
Oyajitachi, okay. Where it was raised as a digital pet. Well, it loves alcohol and has an oppressive personality. Ever since it invaded this digital world, though the exact details regarding its invasion are unknown, it evolved to become more active and turned into Nanimon. So, here's where things get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We have to delve into Tamagotchi lore.
Oh boy. That's a scary door to open.
Yes. Tamagotchi are actually aliens from another planet that, canonically, are housed within their virtual pet containers because they can't survive outside of them.
Okay.
So, Tamagotchis are gonna invade us. Like, so, there's like a professor dude who like built the Tama shells, and then that's something they need to survive. Yeah! Yes, you did. So,
hey man, that's true.
From there, Tamagotchi have been described by Kenshi Watanabe as being the same type of creature. Hello, Fox! As being the same type of creature as Digimon and as magical witches, and that's why they're able to interact with each other and move from digital world to digital world. If that's the case, it could be that it could be just hear me out on this.
Uh-huh.
What if the alien data that partially composes Gammamon is actually originally from Tamagotchi.
I'd believe it.
And what if the source of that alien data is Lucemon? And Lucemon was originally a Tamagotchi, and its suggestion to remove Digimon's combat instinct and create a more peaceful world was in fact rooted in it originally being from Tamagotchi world.
Okay, my only question there is how did Lucemon end up as Yggdrasil's, like, secret weapon, then?
That is a good question. It could be... Oh my god, this just got so much deeper. This just got so much fucking deeper.
Scary.
Okay, you ready for this? The answer is no.
Okay.
Okay, so... Digimon, canonically, are rooted... The original purpose of the Yggdrasil OS was the operating system of the computer which hosted the Life Evolution Simulator prior to the widespread use of the internet, from which Digimon came from as a source. Digimon then expanded, and the origin of the 3 typing system came about from free or null, which were the original typings, from the different ways that people interacted with Digimon. Virus came from hackers feeding Digimon malware. Vaccine came from security personnel feeding Digimon antiviruses. Data came from people using Digimon for facilitation purposes, as well as raising them as digital pets. What if Lucemon's origin is one of those virtual pet programs that likely predates the original Tamagotchi that was installed onto that computer, either prior to the release of Digimon onto the network, or after research was restarted with their discovery.
Interesting.
Lucemon is a virtual pet program so old that Yggdrasil recognized it as an authority purely based on the fact that it was something that existed in a higher level of the system. Like, it was an admin's VPet.
Okay. Yeah?
Let me be right back. You'll still be able to hear me, everyone. I just need to turn on the light in the room, because my tracking is getting really bad. Okay, there we go.
So Lucemon was basically just a high level, or I guess a very basic virtual pet program. That existed on a higher level of the system.
Like, it manifested in an era in which the digital world was still chaotic, and it is said that it brought order and harmony. So, Lucemon is a virtual pet program that was running on a computer which had administrative access to the system Yggdrasil was on.
Mm-hmm.
As such, Yggdrasil recognized it, especially because keep in mind, the other origin that led to the data type was using Digimon for facilitation of sending things like emails.
Mm-hmm.
So it recognized Lucemon as having the authority of the administrative account it was located in association with.
Mm-hmm.
As such, it developed into something that Yggdrasil ordered when it took over control and used it as a kind of avatar for itself, only for that avatar to later rebel. What do you think?
To be fair, I think that makes sense, but to be fair, what were they expecting naming it Lucemon?
I think it's very likely that it was named Lucemon after it was discovered.
That would make sense. It's just funny to imagine that, like...
And also,
God.
keep in mind, whilst Digimon themselves are... Okay. Keep in mind, when Digimon are described as AI life forms, they are more so a case of a binary soup origin for virtual life than they are something that was actually created artificially.
Mm-hmm.
Replications of Digimon have been created artificially that still qualify as being called digital monsters, but Digimon themselves are nothing like the AI that is more widespread. Because the AI that is more widespread is neither intelligent nor artificial. It is just pattern recognition. It's just pattern algorithms.
I am so out of my element, says Matchroom. Overload him with the info.
With that being said, look at how bad current AI technology is at recognizing concepts, and tell me that you think Yggdrasil was aware of that Yggdrasil is aware of what the word
implications
means.
Yeah.
Welcome, Robbie. Yes, Digimon are in fact both digital monsters and the champions.
Tamagotchis are also the champions.
I didn't know that. Are Magical Witches the champions as well?
Magical weapons are the psychos.
Oh.
Translators note, psycho means champion. Specifically in the Japanese.
Yeah.
Or specifically in the subs of Ghost Game.
Ooh.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
Gammamon loves his champions.
He does love his champions. And yeah. So
the theory is...
See, Burning Chill. That's the thing. I slander, quote-unquote, AI. When the Roomba gets murderous, it's going to be a Digimon that possessed it, and I will be spared its wrath because I take care of my Digimon.
Everyone gangster until the Roomba says connected to Metsubo Jinrai next.
I, for one, welcome our new Human Gear overlords.
Mm-hmm. I mean, So it wouldn't be, I suppose with this current iteration of the theory, it wouldn't be apt to say that Gammamon is necessarily a Tamagotchi, but he is a being similar to Tamagotchis,
Yes.
and thus similarly classified as an alien.
Yes.
A pseudogotchi, if you will.
Yes. Precisely.
I mean, and Gammamon, if the original Siriusmon was trained by Jessmon, that would make a lot of sense, especially considering its fighting style, especially considering what it has in common with the Jessmon line and Genkumon.
The fact that its backup is just a really solid punch.
Yeah.
Also, its association with Virus Busters as a whole.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, it very much just... It looks like a Royal Knight. I mean...
It does. It occupies this weird space, like, between Wargreymon and Royal Knight status. I think its training isn't complete, and that's why we didn't get confirmation on that yet.
That would make sense.
Siriusmon X Antibody is going to be the new 13th seat.
God, Siriusmon X Antibody, when they finally make X Evolution 2...
God, yeah, that's a good point. Are we ever going to get any more X Evolutions?
Probably not.
I mean, the card game did give us Greymon Blue.
Also, Digimon is a religion matchroom. Get used to it.
Oh yeah, you're new here. I forgot. We actually got a new mantra from the latest Digimon series. It's a web novel called Digimon Seekers. But Bandai really likes to drill into your head that Digimon are alive. Digimon are alive. You have to say it in monotone because they always say because the first 7 times they did it in all caps.
A Siriusmon X Antibody would be so sick.
It would be seriously awesome.
Da 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 da. Which is why we will be getting the Digital Monster X4, baby! Coming soon!
Hell yeah, we indoctrinated Matchroom. Let's go.
We have to assign him a partner one of these days.
Yeah.
I feel like Mushmon is pretty obvious, but also it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think your theory that Gammamon is a similar life form to a Tamagotchi makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So, I just had something funny happen.
What happened?
I have the Digivice beep as like a notification sound on my phone. But I also have the Digivice beep as one of the sound alerts people can play. And I totally forgot that we have that turned on. So I heard the sound alert go off, and I'm like, what? I thought I had my phone on vibrate, and I turn. And then I turn back, and I see the sound alert message finally show up on the screen.
Odd.
Why does my camera keep going off? Okay, there we go. Wait. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Shamblemon for Matchroom would be very fitting.
Shamblemon?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the new Ghost Game one?
Yeah, it's the big pink mushroom.
Gotcha. But, yeah.
Pretty good theory.
Pretty good theory. Dang, we're not even at an hour yet.
Well,
You know what we could do?
what could we do?
I could stop the stream for like a minute just to create a new VOD. And then we could do a double feature.
Ooh. Yeah, if you want to.
Alright. Chat. Cast your votes. Should we do a second MONSPIRACY in the same day? Ooh, Mush, Shamble, Olie, Hydra. That's not bad. That's a pretty solid line.
Ooh, honestly, I was thinking... Part of me wants to do Mushmon to Ninjamon, though. Just because Ninjamon is really underused.
Yeah. I know Mushmon to Igamon, I think, is possible on the Nature Genome.
Was Igamon the original, or was it Ninjamon? Or is Ninjamon the localized name of Igamon?
Let's find out. Yep, same one. That's a dub name.
Okay, cool.
And yes, it can come from Mushmon on the Nature Genome.
Cool.
And then, let's see.
Oh, Kogamon is the other one.
Yeah. They're named after ninja clans, aren't they?
I believe so.
Okay, so then Igamon can become Tyrannomon, Yagamon, or Igamon can become Triceramon X Antibody, Yagamon, or Wergarurumon X Antibody.
Me looking up these Digimon in an incognito tab because I don't want Google to remember that I looked this up. Dang!
Damn!
Don't want to get flagged as a Digimon fan.
Damn. Barbamon didn't like that. Barbamon's gonna come after you.
When we eventually get transported to the digital world, you're gonna be the Joe of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I've already decided this. I need to beat the Digimon fan accusations!
It's too late. It's too late. You've already acknowledged that Digimon are alive.
But anyway, yeah, if y'all want to do another MONSPIRACY, I'm down for it. Azu seems really hyped for it, so...
Alright. So, hey! Draggy's here!
Let's go!
Draggy, long story short, Gammamon is part Tamagotchi, and Lucemon is possibly the oldest Tamagotchi, because Lucemon is possibly the oldest Tamagotchi ever to exist.
Kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah. Par for the course here, though. And because I don't have a big enough headache yet, what we are going to do is stop the stream for about a minute or two, and then we are going to restart the stream for a two-parter. Because I have decided to show mercy on you and not make you choose between your two partners. We're just knocking them both out today. It's Dorugoromon time. So, we shall return momentarily.
See y'all.